Right, I'm Notyetdead, and welcome back to Petervill. Ooh, crikey, that's a tight turn. I haven't tried to come out of this. We'll probably end up in the grass on the other side. I haven't tried to come out of this field this way. Luckily, no. Oh, no collisions on hedges. Same cannot be said for fence posts, gate posts. Tricky. This seemed like a good idea, I guess not. Okay, so we're on our way. I'm going to do a bit of grass work today. I've been doing some already. The field we just left, oh my goodness, field numbers 28. As you can see, I've got a worker weeding field 41. Oh, and it looks like the weeds just taken over on field 27. But we are going up to the pig farm, which is straight up here. I've not been up this road before. Because at the pig farm is another grass field. So I'd already ploughed out field 27, as you can see. I ploughed it out, or I mowed it, ploughed it out. Actually, did I mow it? No, I didn't. That one I just ploughed. And I have put oats in there. And I was going to do the same with field 28, because I thought, I've got a grass field here. Obviously, it's not a field, but it does have, well, you won't see growth level, but it does have soil composition. So presumably it is considered to be a field, even though it doesn't have a field number. However, so I was going to use that as my, keep that as my grass field and plough out and put crops in my other two grass fields. So the other of my two grass fields that I haven't ploughed out, I have mowed, and it's been tedded and windrowed. It just needs baling now. But I had a thought about that. It seems a bit daft to me to have a grass field up at the pigs. Pigs don't eat grass, they don't eat hay, they don't need silage. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually mow it anyway. May as well, just once, why not? There's really traffic on this road, so it should be right, because it's quite a big field. Might as well make good use of what's there. But I'm then going to plough it out, and then what actually we'll do, because the reason, whoa, wowzers, I went wrong. The reason that I thought we'd plough out the other two fields was actually they are relatively close to the pig farm, and therefore I could use them. They're also quite small, so I thought I'll use them specifically for crops for the pigs. But I've got a massive field here. Why don't I just use that for the pigs? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut the grass. This is quite a chunky field. It is of good size, and if I saw it correctly, there's actually a gate partway through the field as well. We've already got a silo here, which makes it extra convenient, and there's actually enough room there to put another shed or two if I need it. So rather than keeping all my grass equipment up here and having to take all my grass bales back down to the main farm, which just seems a bit daft, I may as well eventually build up to having a small, if I have a small it's a proper field, so alright, have a small harvester, a seeder, cultivator perhaps, and I can use that to grow, if I need to do something like ploughing, I can bring one up from the main farm and just start pulling this stuff down, then keep this as a field that I can just grow all the crops that the pigs will need. I might need to use a weeder from now and again. I can come up and do that from the main farm until a point at which I can just afford separate equipment, and just run it almost separately. But actually what I'll do then is I'll keep the other grass field, though I don't think I'll need it, because actually, although I was thinking of seeding with grass one of the other two fields, so now talking about fields 41 and 40, one of those two, actually field 8 is a pretty reasonable sized grass field, bigger than either of these two ish, I think. Looks like it, roughly the same size at the very least, and should be enough to keep us in grass, in hay, for the cows and the sheep. So we're going to try that. So I'll have to buy that field. How much is that actually, out of sheer curiosity? How far off it am I? Oh, it's only 126 grand. Oh, fine. So I thought we'd come and get this done. Oh, So he's not mowing, it's because he's not loaded things probably. That's weird. Load that one to load my centre. There we go. I thought I'd load them, but no. So the New Holland's finished. I'll jump over there in a minute because it did miss a little bit. So that's weeded, and then we'll wait for the weeds to go all the way across our field numbers, the other field that I've just put oats in, and slightly awkward shaped. So they're all slightly awkward shaped, but manageable. That sure is what makes it interesting. So yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd get to another stream during the week. It's been, I don't think since Sunday, and I've only got an hour or so today. Maybe I'll try and do something else again a bit later on, but I've only got an hour at this point. Whether I'll come back on this map or I don't know, like some trains. I've done trains for a while. Train Sim World. Got a new update coming out for Train Sim World. I haven't put the tether down. Never mind. Too busy nattering. I'll just have to write that bit again. That's no problem. So there is a gate there. I thought there was. That's cool. I'm not going to worry about that. Whoa, tree. Okay. Yeah. Now that. Yeah, that's a pain. Now the Blacksheep modding. Is it the Trek? Is out. Might need to lease that. Clear some of these trees that are otherwise somewhat inconvenient. I'm not going to worry about getting every speck of grass off here. We're not short. I was also in whether or not we still really need the plough. It's not the kind of map, you know, I kind of bought it on Marwell, so that if I needed to create, because it is a, you know, technically it is a plough and it had a good width, and I could use it to create fields if I needed to, which I seem to remember I did. I forget why. But anyway, but I don't really need that on here. So I did an R about ploughing fields 28 and 27 together, because I could, you know, use the new Blacksheep modding Trek stump grinder to take the trees out in the hedge, and then of course I could just plough through the hedge. But unfortunately, of course, I also remember there's a gate, and you can't really plough out gates, sadly. So so that's a bit of a no. But never mind. So even as they are. So yes, I'm only on about, because actually with the fields being the awkward shapes that they are, and they're not that big either, I'm not sure I'll ever use the plough and cultivators together, because it's quite a long piece of kit. It's great, but it's quite long, a bit awkward. I've got a separate cultivator. I've got a direct seeder, though I guess at some point I should replace that too. So yeah, not sure about that. Just gonna finish this bit off. Get this all nicely tedded. Shouldn't really need any hay for a while after this. Of course, once the corn's ready, I'll be filling the silage clamp up, and then we'll soon have silage for the cows. Then we'll need a mixing one, and we'll make some total mix ration. If I need to change the time, actually we're on times 5. Really take that down to times 1, because otherwise I'm not going to get all this done this day. I'm just doing this in a rather odd and unusual manner, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be windrowed. It's huge, this field. It's going to be windrowed, so this will be perfect for crops for the pigs. Just you know, in rotation, one lot of canola, then a lot of corn, then a lot of something else, and part root crop. I'm not sure I'd do this whole field as potatoes, but something like that. Anyway, don't know. Yeah, it'll do a good job. Actually, I might do the whole lot of potatoes, because wow, it'd be worth leasing the equipment to do it. I wouldn't need to do it again. Quite nice to be working this field up here. I've sort of always worked those other fields around the farm before now, so it's quite nice to be spending a bit of time in a different location. So we'll finish this field. We'll grass it and ted it, mow it and ted it, and then we'll I'll nip over and get the New Holland weeding on another field. And then we'll bring the Merge Max up, which is currently sitting on the back of the John Deere. It's not lined, this field, and I haven't fertilised it, so I guess the yield's not going to be huge. But it's looking pretty good at the moment. Okay, it's pretty decent size, this field. So. Yeah, so I was hoping to do a bit more this week, because I was saying I'm actually going to be away for 2 weeks, so sadly I won't get anything done this weekend, which is a bit of a shame. But hey, one has to sacrifice oneself to go on holiday. But yeah, I shall miss my trips to Petervill, well, and everywhere else that I go. So I'll try and get a few bits done tonight. I may do some more streaming later on, we'll see, but certainly tied up a few jobs on all my farms so that we're ready to rock and roll when I get back, which may actually be 3 weeks away unless I get a chance to do some during the week, which is rare. It's not easy for me to stream during the week with work and all. good job, this setup, actually. I always did like doing this way. Used to do similar on Holger Valley when I first got into Farming Simulator. So I had a Voltra at the time. In fact, I think I had the cow edition Voltra, which had not long come out on FS17 when I got that far. But the Massey does a good job, the 7700. Just think about what other equipment I may upgrade to at some point. Sure we're not missing some. Just these bits. There we go. Right. So just do this patch here. Quite do it all in one go. I'll finish that bit off on the way back. Here we go. Right, okay, so just need to TED the bits that I missed. I may just lift those. And you missed a bit there, didn't I? Particularly want to fold up the mowers just because they're bound to catch on trees and such. Better to keep them same formation as the tedder. I didn't take too long. Not bad at all. So the yield's not going to be brilliant, I don't suppose, but it shouldn't be bad. Oh, there isn't even a gate. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I haven't really looked at that yet. Oh, you can even go in it. Nice. Well, that's very convenient, isn't it? Look at that. Right. So, lift, switch off, fold, fold up, Which should have those on really. I mean, there's no shortage of grass fields on this map, because you only need so much grass. Whoa. Roads a bit narrow and have something of an edge to them. They're a bit vicious. Take it steady around here. At least I would if I could get away. It's quite some long unit, this, and rather wide with the full mowers on the front. I'm not going to get that around there actually. You know what, I'm not even going to try. There's no way I'm going to get that around there. Well, there's no traffic on this field, so I'm actually going to be a bit naughty and leave that there. No traffic on the field, there's no traffic on this road. Should have gone back the other way. Right. Oh, actually what I did want to do, didn't I? Where's my New Holland? Okay. Which bits were missed? Oh, just that edge. Alright. Early crop stage, so I didn't need to change the tyres, but I'm quite keen to get it done quickly, so that we don't risk, well, so that I either don't need to change tyres. I could just leave these with road crops on. I was going to use it for something else, that's why I changed them. But as we go back through the yard, maybe I'll do that. We'll change the tyres back over and I'll leave, just because it's also my sort of, not I need it to fertilise any moment, but it's also my fertiliser tractor. So now, weird thing, and let me know if you know why this might be, but I've got a patch of this field that won't seed. So it ploughed out fine, it's all good, but it didn't seed, nor did the fertiliser go down. And I even tried to do it again and it wouldn't work, which is a bit odd. So if you know why that might be, let me know. I really must read that slurry container spreader. I might have left the gate open to the sheep field. Got a pretty well behaved sheep. I think that'll be alright. Right, okay, so just need to drop the weight off a sec, drop the weeder off a sec. There we go. Done. Pull that too. There we go. Right. can get into that field this way, right? There is a gate. Oh, there isn't. I have to go all the way through the grass field. Oh, look at the corn. Oh, that looks awesome. Nice. I don't know that's what corn's supposed to look like, but it looks really good. Especially sort of sweeping down the slope there. Awesome. Right, chances are next episode will be harvesting. Sorry, I got that wrong, so I need to go back this way. Hello, sheeps. Oh, I'm very glad I got that wrong. Get to see the corn. Nearly ready. I'll let this go in. As you can see, I've left the plough here and the seeder because I was expecting to do this field next. Now can't decide whether to do that or not. See how many bales we get off between the two of them. It'll probably be enough to keep us going for a bit. So usual rules, I'll just go around the edge. That cornfield looks great. Just a bit at the edge. Yeah, and it's not a bad sized field this at all. By the grass field around the biogas plant actually as well. But yes, I'm in about replacing the plough. Maybe getting a culti plough. May not necessarily get something bigger. I mean, I could get the 8-metre one, but it's quite a big piece of equipment. There's a few others out that I haven't tried, 6-metre ones, etc. So I'll have a look at some point and see what there is. See what appeals. So say I put oats in here. I wanted something that would generate me some straw, just because I haven't got anything else that does at the moment in. But also, actually, of those crops, the oats are the most valuable, so it just made sense. It'll be a crop I can just sell. Well, I'm going to nudge the end of the plough here. Caused a bit of damage to my weeder. Left the seeder far too close. Actually, the weeder's going to need a repairing anyway, without a doubt. Given the amount of weeding I've done with it. Okay. So I'm guessing, oh, and that's actually quite good. You can really see the edge of where I've been with the weeder, and well, where I haven't, I'm still missing it completely. There we go. It's very weird, the weeder, because of the angle of the sort of little spiky wheel things, whatever you'd call them, that go round. If you look at it really low down, you don't get the direction right. If you're too close to the ground and looking up at the weeder to try and figure out which way you need to go, you usually get it wrong. So if I get a worker going across this way, should be alright. No, too close to the edge. There we go. So look, I missed a couple of patches. I'll tidy up after. Cool. Okay. Where's the John Deere? Oh, there it is. I was going to say quickest thing would have been to get it into the Massey and jump out and walk across, but never mind. Okay. Yeah, so actually again, using this as the field for pig crops, probably, given how tight that gate is, probably not a very good idea. Again, so actually that is quite decent. So there's 2 grass fields. Yes, there's no shortage of grass fields on this map. Right, it's going to be interesting. I wonder what's the best way to do this. I do love this, but it is definitely better used on really long straight fields. So I need to go around the edge and merge it to the right. And then probably just go up and down the field. So let's start right at the end of the field. But actually that will do nicely. Put the menu on a second. Oh right, it is merged to the right. Perfect. That's going to catch. So I like to do this way first. It just gets, you know, you have a tendency when you're mowing and tedding to spread the grass far and wide, and this just helps to try and get a reasonably neat edge and away from all the tricky obstacles and stuff. I missed bits there though, just because it's flung it so far over. Right, then we'll run over that edge again just to go try and get a bit straighter. switch it off a sec so that we don't mess up what we've already got. That mound at the end is going to be a bit tricky. When it comes to baling anyway. There we go, not too bad. Yeah, I might just run over that end of that. I've missed a bit. Might just run over that end of that one again. Just to neaten that up a touch. I mean, I don't have to get every speck of grass, frankly, I'm not that bothered. It'll get ploughed in nicely when I plough in the field. Have they? Have they indeed? No they haven't. Well, it's not bad, I suppose. I should always miss that bit along that edge. There's no rush. I'll go do that in a minute. That tree's going to be annoying. I'm being a bit quiet, just concentrating on this, trying to get these lines as neat as possible. For ease and effectiveness of baling. Some of which will be a bit tricky. I may end up having that just come on the edges just to pick up some of this stuff, just because of the trees being a bit in the way. Just a bit of overhead shot just so I can see, not missing anything. Looks alright. This way this time. The corner's a little bit on the awkward side. There we go. Quite pleased with these though, looking quite nice neat rows for the most part, so the ends might be a bit tricky. because there is a way to deal with that as well actually. I could do another lap and do a central swath. But it does mean we'd end up with big piles in just one, you know, odd spots. Won't be that easy to bale anyway. Like I say, I'm not sure I'm that bothered about getting every little bit of grey. Couldn't tell if I say grass or hay, so I said grey. Grass, hay, green stuff that was formerly growing on the field. Yeah, I'm not that fussed about getting it all up. It'll plough in. And so I don't think we're going to be short actually looking at this lot. Bit more room on this side, to be slightly easier to turn. Nice. Ah, okay, so just wondering, do I really want the swath? I think I'm going to centre this swath, just because that middle right. Let's try that. Yeah, just because otherwise it would have dumped all the grass right next to the edge of the pond, which probably wouldn't have made baling it very easy. I think. How about do this one left? Oh, oops, not far enough over, sorry, my fault. Obviously. Not going to be anybody else's fault, is it? Clearly. Actually, I just probably just about do this in 2 passes. So if I do left, keep it on left, should be alright. Lovely, right. So actually that's not too bad. Okay. So I'm going to understand probably this is, yeah, you get slightly thicker swaths at the end, but that's fine. And then you're back on the main road, I think. We'll go pick up the baler. Turn that off now. Turning into a lovely sunny evening. Had our day of rain. Been following Daggerwin, now he's on Oakfield with Seasons. Looks really good. Complex, but you know, I think be worth the effort to figure it out. Adds so much to the game. There's our Oakfield. But I could have stopped and jumped into New Holland and finished off the weeding. Never mind. There's our corn. There's our canola oilseed rape on the left, looking a lovely shade of yellow. Ah. Just wait. Patience. Crikey. Patience is a virtue. You know. Where the baler? Red baler, dead baler. You know, I'm just going to leave that out because it might need some repair work, so I'm not going to worry about putting it away properly. Spin the tractor around. I thought we were online. Perfect. Perfectly online. Just not far enough back. Cool. May as well go back out the same way. But yeah, I think we'll buy that. I think we'll buy that field. I'm not going to buy it now. I'll wait until I next need hay or grass. But I think, yeah, so I'm tempted to plough out both these fields. That now need baling. So the pig field, as it will now be forever known, and field whatever it is, the other one. I can't get the field numbers on this map. I don't know why. Oh dear. One of these days, probably the day that I leave the map, I'll suddenly get used to them all. Oh. Whoa, I was going to say don't look backwards when you're driving, that's not very sensible. Because that's what causes you to drive off the road and hit a tree. Better to be in cab. Actually, we could just pull over here. Second. Where's our New Holland? There it is. Oh yes, you can see this bit, so we missed this bit. And then there's just that bit at the bottom to do along the edge as well. I didn't do a particularly good job. So if I do this bit here, then why would have stopped there? I don't know, because there's clearly weeds right in front of him that need doing. That's a very odd place for him to stop. So if I just do the end here, for some reason it has weeds, I'm not sure why. Gonna hit the gate. There we go. Oh yeah, look there. There's one. That's why I just didn't quite get close enough to the edge of the field. Okie dokie. Then I'll run down this edge of the field. Again, probably just not close enough to the edge when I was doing it. Do you see any weeds? On there? Yep. Okay. Nice. Should just get all of that in one pass. Then there's just a line up here. Not you have to get every single weed, but you know, there's not much work to do, is it? Just run up this edge. And then we'll crack on with the baling. Nice. Nice dark blue field. Lovely. So as I think I probably will plough out that field, I'm just going to leave all this equipment here, ready for when the bales have been collected. Hammer that down. Just for as long as the, you know, I remember to use the New Holland even if the crop's grown, it doesn't matter. Just to be able to pull the stuff out. and away. Bugging me a little bit, these roads. I know it's actually in some ways it's got authentic. There are places in the countryside generally, but in Scotland in particular, where you know your road literally is just a lump of tarmac, and it does have some quite severe edges. It's really narrow and really hard to stay on it. There's our field entrance. Here it is. Don't need those anymore. Unfold the baler. Oh my goodness, yes, these swaths at the end are somewhat large, but we'll see how we do. Oh, of course I was going to re-windrow that one, wasn't I? And I forgot. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get a fair few bales off this then. It might be, we'll have to come and collect some of the bales and then do a bit more baling just to keep them out of the way, because I think they're going to fly out so fast that it's not going to be possible for me to neatly. I did say that I wouldn't get all of it, but I can't leave that much. It's a bit much to leave behind, I think. Yeah, so much as I love the Merge Max, I might go back to a normal windrower, given it's the constrictions of the field, both in terms of shape and the amount of space you've got, you know, around the edges. So you sort of have to go around the edge first, which means you end up with these sort of lumps of swath at each end, which are then very difficult to pick up indeed. But fine. So yeah, maybe I'll go back to a normal windrower. Maybe we'll get the what was the one we had before? That was a good one. Or I could just get the in-game, the Lely. I'll do for now for speed is I'll just do the swaths, one pass each, try and get as much as I can, and then I'll come collect the bales and we'll see what's left and whether it's worth you know, doing them again, sort of thing, to pick up what I missed. I think we're going to get, how many bales have we done so far? 10. 100 in total. Have of course used some of those already. to what, 25 bales off here, maybe 30? 30 bales, let's go, let's say 30. Do the guessing game. Missed. I mean, as I expected, the yield's not been super high. It's an unfertilised, unlimed field. I haven't done anything to it. But still, there's a fair few bales. We've not done too badly at all. Bonus also being it could be left with the one layer. Actually, I assume it'll be left with one layer of fertilisation. Right. So take off ploughing, take off lime. Yep, because it's a grass field and I've cut it, it's left with one layer of fertilisation. So if I seed it with whatever I seed it with, then, you know, it'll only need, you know, if I seed it with the seeder rather than planting, then and I will, because I'm not going to do corn straight away. The pigs can't wait that long. I have to use some of the corn that I've just grown for the pigs, but maybe I'll use less and do corn here soonish or something. Wow, that's not bad. I mean, there are a few patches that could do with being picked up a little bit more, but on the whole, oh mind you, there's a little bit over here, isn't there? Let's see. Actually, I forgot to come back on windrow. Just get a bit of light on the situation. This bit here. That's cut, is it? Surely not. Why would it be? There we go, that's not too bad. There's a couple of patches here I could pick up pretty easily without having to pick up the bale first. And to be honest, I think that'll do. There's patches here and there that I've missed, but you know what? I think I can live with that. That's not bad at all. I'll load the bale up. And how many did we get? 31. Hey, nice. Actually, it would be illogical. Turn around the yard. It would be illogical to take this back to farm, because where this needs to be is actually on my other field that needs baling. So let's quickly turn around in the yard to come and clean the pigs. Actually, I'll tell you what, I've been busy today. I haven't checked. I'm busy as in, well, I've been busy today, but busy as in game day. Let's fold up the baler, actually make it a bit shorter. That would make this easy, wouldn't it? Come on. Yeah, I haven't checked the animals for a while. So pigs aren't too bad, but goodness me, they need food. Okay, sheep aren't too bad, but they need food too. Chickens also need food. Cows are fine. But may also need some hay, actually. And sure need some straw. So, definitely need to do a bit of animal care. Probably first thing in the morning. I've been thinking about buying a new trailer, so I better buy that so that I can feed the pigs. Bring up whatever crop I've got in the main silo up to the pig silo. Feed them whatever we've got. Feed the chickens. What time is it? I suppose I'd better go. Unfortunately. But yeah, quite pleased with that. So I'll get those bales off the field. We'll stack them all up in the yard. And then we'll put them in the shed. And I'll do some of that off screen. I'll do some of it next time. I might give some to the cows and sheep just so that they're okay. So there's not loads and loads of jobs to do with the animals. And yeah, and then the next things to do, we certainly won't need to do any grass work for a while, because the next things to do will be a bit more fields work. So we'll need to, you know, should be about time to harvest the corn, I'm guessing. And we'll need to plough out this field. We'll need to plough out the field for the pigs. Field for the pigs. The pig field, I should say. And start putting crops in those as well. So suddenly we're going to have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crop fields on the go. That's quite a lot. Quite a lot indeed. Yeah, these swaths are way too wide. Way too wide. Yeah, may need to sell off the merge max, I'm afraid, which actually would also generate a bit of revenue while we're waiting to need to do grass again, which wouldn't be a bad idea. So we could do that. Need to look at tractors. probably want to think about whether I want to change up some equipment at some point. And that would probably make sense, I'm afraid to say, to start with this one, only because I have had this ever since I started on Marwell Manor. So yeah, I need to think about that. Not that I feel particularly urgent need to change it, I suppose. Let me know what you think. I mean, I have to like it. I'm not, you know, I'm enjoying the farming on this map. I don't feel a major need to change equipment regularly. Just, you know, whatever we need whenever we need it. If it doesn't quite work for whatever reason, like the Merge Max, I don't think that really goes well on these fields, then that's one. Or it's not the way I like to use it, and if I don't use it the way I like to use it, then frankly it's only got a 9 meter width, and that's just not, you know, it's not comparable to one of the bigger windrowers, which are easier to use. So on these sort of fields, get much more effective windrowing out of them, because, you know, to get a equivalent width out of the Merge Max, you have to do 2 rows into one, and if you can't do that neatly without getting massive mounds at the end, it becomes impossible to bale. Now that's what I used to do on Goldcrest, and it worked beautifully, but of course the fields were nice and big, straight, had loads of off run, so you could, you know, just hit it straight, run off the end of it, always line it up perfectly. Not so, I'm afraid, on these fields. And that's not a criticism of anything, it just means that this particular equipment doesn't work quite so well for these fields. So this we may need to do. Of course, one might think about changing the baler, but of course, actually, I might like to be playing this. I was going to say we've got class coming, but it's a long way away yet, so yeah, I may be playing a different map by then, I don't know. Ooh, is that a collision? Oh, so bales won't go through hedges, but equipment will. That's a bit odd, but alright. Wow, seriously. How peculiar. Anyway, I did say I'd stop, but of course I got onto something else and started talking, and there we go. But anyway, yeah, so I'll finish this field. This is going to be a bit faffy trying to tidy this up. It's not neat at all, this field, so I'll get the bales collected, come and do a bit more baling, but at least this one's closer, so it's not so far to trek back and forth. And yeah, we'll see what we end up with. I'll just do this very last strip, and at least we'll get a count for where we are at the moment. But there's got to be at least another 2 or 3 bales in amongst what's still left. So we'll see how that goes. There you go. Parts over here. Lift it, do that, unload it, may as well. And how many we got now? Does that say 59? Wowzers, we just created 60 bales nearly. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, there you go. So I'll drive down, get the bale collector. And yeah, well, that'll do for now. Don't know if I'll be on this map again later on. Might do a bit of Train Sim World. I haven't done a bit of Train Sim World for a while. Might do some on one of my other maps, not sure. And actually, I'm kind of hoping I'll get a chance to record some Uncharted. So I've got a couple of episodes. They're really short. I'm just doing them as per the game chapters, so they're really short little episodes. But I've got a couple recorded, so I'll try and get those sort of quickly edited and out, and I'll try and record another one. Obviously, I'm not going to get all of that done this evening. I'll see. But yeah, so might do some more later. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Moving along, got some ideas now. Going to change things up a little bit. And if you did like it, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Be great to get some subscriptions. Very much appreciated if you can, if you're not already. don't forget to hit the bell button. I do forget to say, but you know, just so you get notifications. I say it may be a while now, I'm afraid, before the next video, which is rather sad, but because I'm going to be away for a little while. But yeah, and as well, yeah, Uncharted I mentioned. So yeah, if you don't already, do check out my can't turn this trailer. Do check out my other channel, Still Not Yet Dead, where I do more action type games. I finished last week streaming Blood and Truth, which is a PSVR action game, and I'm currently recording. I've done one live stream already, but I'm now recording it rather than doing it live stream. Uncharted 4, a bit of an old game, but very story driven, so I thought it might be good to put out for people who've not seen it already. And yeah, anyway, I'll stop wishing away. I'll go get these bales, and I'll look forward to seeing you again sometime very soon. Bye bye for now.